What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Pain Points with Derek Thompson and C. Payne. I'm your host, Brianna, and week one of the NFL is in the books, and we have some pretty big headlines already. Like Josh Allen's amazing game, Kansas City, are they in shambles? And the one and only Aaron Rodgers talk, and many more to come. And we're diving right into it.
Well, yeah, it's just been a real crazy topsy turvy week one. I feel like all my narratives got destroyed really quickly. Justin Herbert being great, Joe Burrow. Me and Joe Burrow. We'll get to that soon. The Ravens just blowing a 15-point lead and like literally doing something that's like practically impossible. So I'm doing great. I'm doing great, and the Panthers lost. So we're doing great. We're doing great over here. How's
Good.
everybody else doing?
Great week, man. Doing great. Doing great. It's time to, I'm not gonna overreact, but I'm doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try not to overreact because the first episode was stay on that side, so I'm staying,
All
staying.
right.
It's hard to
All right.
stay right now, but we staying, we staying.
We stayed. Well, let's get into it. You ready, man?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So after the amazing Sunday night performance from Josh Allen, do you believe he's the undisputed MVP? I see the Buffalo Bills hat, Derek. And I see the Buffalo Bills helmet in the background, man. What happened? What
Yeah.
happened to
Yeah.
your MVP, Lamar Jackson? What happened to him?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm good, man. Lamar Jackson's fine. This is how we start the season off. We normally have to ease into it a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. Lamar Jackson went 0-2 to start last season, and man, at the end of the season, a lot of people were saying he was the MVP.
Mm.
So I'm I'm sitting pretty. I'm good. Lamar played well, so I'm fine. So at the end of the season, his stats are going to be so amazing that all the Lamar apologists will be campaigning for him once again. So I'm good. I'm looking good.
Yeah. As the person who decided, hey, Joe Burrow, he's going to be the guy this year. 113 yards versus Cleveland, and then Josh throws for like 251 in a
Yeah.
quarter in a game where like they absolutely needed all 251 of those yards. Yeah, I'm not switching on. I'm staying on that side. That was the premise of last week's episode. So I
Hmm.
am saying there is a lighter schedule with lighter defenses up next. But I'm very concerned with the take that I made. Josh Allen that definitely performed well. I think he is, at least what he showed is that he is, if not the best quarterback, definitely like putting himself on a different tier at this point. I mean, just when his team needed it, chips were down, he just showed up. And I do think my big issue was with Baltimore towards the end of that game
Hmm.
because you had that. We'll get to the 4th and 3 later, but Derrick Henry is having an all-time performance, and then he fumbles. That doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
Then with Lamar, it's just like, yeah, like he's doing good, and you put up 40. We're good. We're the Ravens. We're gonna come back. This is our revenge game, and then everything falls apart in that fourth quarter. And the fact that there was like a 0.01% chance of them losing that game, and they still managed to lose that's ridiculous,
Yeah.
and it's very concerning. So I think that Josh has definitely put himself at the forefront of the clubhouse for MVP. I'm still thinking that Joe Burrow can, hit whatever that performance was versus Cleveland. Because, and again, I have Jamar in fantasy where you just forget to throw to him, and he only has 2 catches for 26 yards. Your whole
Yeah.
offense only
It's
has
crazy.
7 yards in the fourth quarter. Hey, man, I get it. You have the week one jitters. I should have accounted for that. I'm not going to
Yeah.
discount that. But yeah, man, Josh on Sunday night proved to everybody he is who we think he is. So I'm
Oh
gonna,
yeah.
I'm gonna see what happens. So what about you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Josh Allen is the man. But I said around Thanksgiving time last year, Josh Allen was the MVP last year. So, I was definitely ahead of the curve there. That proved to be right. And now this year it's going to be Lamar. So, again, I'm staying on this side. I'm not. I've seen nothing to change my mind. I already know how amazing Josh Allen is. So I already know that. But the way that this season is going to progress, Lamar will have some magical moments and the train will start about week 7, week 8. everybody's going to forget about that first game. They'll know that they won, but they'll know that both players played well. And it'll just be put on Derrick Henry or Harbaugh or somebody else. But Lamar takes zero blame for that game. Lamar's on his way to the MVP. So I'm at the third MVP. So I don't need Bree to fact check me today. On his way to the third MVP. We're good.
Well, the last thing I'm going to talk about on this is that 4th and 3. Like, you have Lamar Jackson, you have Derrick Henry. We can't just run a quick little read option and then just figure it out from there. We can't do that. No,
Right.
Okay. And even still, your team has allowed 34 points at this point. Like, Josh feels inevitable. Like, there's no way that you thought, you're gonna somehow not win that game. So, Joe, show me some of these next few games, man, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm staying on that side, but it is very, very hard to do when you didn't even get half of the yardage that he put up in one quarter in a full game. So, Joe, that was disappointing. You got to step up, man. Josh, hey, man, 17 is something special. 17 is something special.
He is. Definitely is.
All right, guys. Do you guys think that Rodgers is back to his normal form?
I'm not going to lie. That game was very encouraging with Aaron Rodgers. I haven't seen him look like that in a good minute. I think that with the Steelers, and again, with them signing him late, everybody was kind of like, does he have the continuity with the guys? Is everything going to work? And, I mean, you go into your old team stadium, you beat them, and Jalen Ramsey made some key plays on that defensive end. That last hit was just one of the players of the weekend. Just nasty.
Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers, I mean, how efficient their offense was. Like, him having a 73% completion percentage, 244 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, they scored on every single time they were in the red zone. The defense, the special teams, they make key plays. I mean, Chris Boswell with the 60-yarder helped me with fantasy again. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. It's just, yeah, man. And so now I'm concerned about, look, if Aaron looks like this week in and week out, I do think the Steelers are going to be a hard out for any team. And they do have – their running game is the only thing that concerns me. I think that Aaron's going to be fine after what we saw this week, but it really is like how well they run the football. And if they can find that balance, I think the Steelers could be dangerous. But Aaron Rodgers, I definitely think he turned back the clock, and he definitely looks like he might have found a little bit of juice left, just a little bit, though. I ain't going to give him too much.
Yeah, the arm talent's there. Possibly the best arm talent we've ever seen. Another year removed from the Achilles. Still moving, not moving around too well though. So I'm concerned on if you can kind of get him out the pocket. I saw a bunch of plays to where old Aaron Rodgers would have escaped easily, and yeah, he looks like he's moving in quicksand for sure. So that's my only concern about him right now. You really get him up against a defense that can pressure him. Now he's got the quick release. Again, he'll throw the ball away. He does all that. But that's just the main concern with Rodgers. But they've got that defense. They got Steeler Nation. They've got Tomlin. He's in the perfect situation for him right now. So we'll see. I picked them to get to the playoffs. So I think they'll definitely get to the playoffs. Like you said, be a tough out. MVP talk might be a little early. But he's got he leads the league in touchdowns probably. I don't know if anybody threw more than 4 this week. So he's in good shape as far as that goes. And if we were to have a early MVP ranking, he'd probably be above Burrow at this stage. So
probably. Which again, hey Joe, if anything you'll learn from this episode, if you see it, be better, bro. Be better. Just be better. But yeah, I think that another little story about the Jets team. I'm very encouraged with what I saw from Justin Fields. As much praise as I want to give to Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields, I have not seen that from him since Ohio State. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
Him and Garrett Wilson, like that connection starting to flourish until literally the last play of the game. But
Mhm.
him him picking his spots of when to run and him just literally staying in the pocket, not choosing to run too much, completing beautiful passes over the middle too. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
we Justin, we might have something here. So I'm excited to see what this Jets team looks like,
Mhm.
during the next few weeks because that was very encouraging. Because
Yeah.
that being the game of the day before Ravens Steelers did
Yeah.
Ravens Bills did not expect that. Did not expect that. But
Yeah.
you know what? Hey, shout out to the Jets. They put up a good fight.
But Chris, was that game an indictment on the Chicago Bears on multiple
Well,
levels? On
well,
multiple levels.
I
One,
mean,
uh, hey, uh, you had Justin Fields, you could have got him on a very friendly contract. All
mhm,
right. And how stacked would that roster be if they were able to just hold on to him? So that's one point right there. And then, man, did they hire the wrong coach?
yeah, because Aaron Glenn. And my thing with we could just go back to with the Bears. I mean, I don't listen. I don't think that they did a bad job. I think the story of that specific game was just JJ McCarthy just showing up and showing out. Like that was
Mhm,
especially in that fourth quarter. I think that with the Bears, them in late game situations. It's just
mhm,
and we thought Ben Johnson would be the one to solve it all.
mhm,
And just like how they just executed down the stretch was just it was bad. First of all,
yeah.
Caleb missing the pass to DJ Moore, then him throwing a literal hospital ball to DJ Moore, and
Mhm,
then just the whole kickoff thing with Cairo Santos, where they could have just kicked it out of
yeah,
bounds, taken the penalty, and they would have just been at the 40. Instead,
mhm,
you have the guy run it out, you lose the 2 minutes. It's just like there was so much in the operation that didn't go well. And then JJ McCarthy, and dare I say, I was talking to a friend about this. Dare I say Caleb Williams is the fourth best quarterback in his draft.
yeah. You can
He's like because you got
make
Jaden,
a case.
you got Bo, Penix, and
Mhm,
then if JJ looks this good, he might slide to that
mhm.
first spot. So it's
But
a
yeah, yeah,
for the guy who won the Heisman is the number one overall pick. The next Mahomes
yeah.
got to be better. And I know I was pushing the narrative that Caleb and the Bears are going to be the shocking team.
Mhm.
I fully
You
believed
did
it.
say that.
I did, but it was
You
just he was
did.
missing throws, and it was like it
Yeah,
was easy stuff, and it's like I hope that gets fixed throughout the season. I hope he proves me wrong, but man, that was a little
yeah.
rough. That was a
Yeah,
little
you did. You did mention that.
yeah.
Bears were the I wasn't even gonna bring that up,
I'm
but
fine bringing that one up because I literally watched the game. And I was like, "There's no way y'all go like y'all had a layup. He hasn't started a
mhm,
game in a year.
yeah,
The last time we saw him was preseason last year.
yeah.
Like,
But what concerns me about JJ, because I still, yes, had a great second half. And I love the facts from Chicago, love the fact that he was a Michigan quarterback, love all of that. I love, his emotion second half, how he didn't get, down on himself. It's a total contrast between how, Caleb Williams was. So I love all that. But I can't unsee in the first half how slow his delivery was and
mhm.
how easy it was for the DBs to see where he was throwing the ball. And if he doesn't get a quicker release, I don't see how he's going to be successful long term because it looked like he would look and it was like, oh, I was like, whoa. So I'm shocked that they came back just because of that, because that's a big red flag to me.
Well, I think that again, we saw Kevin O'Connell make Sam Darnold an MVP candidate. So I think
Right.
if you believe if and you were willing to trade him away because of what you believe in JJ. So
Mm-hmm.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
that's enough of a testament for me to be like, okay, they might believe that they have something that's going to take them over the hump. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see it. I
Yeah.
mean, now they are facing a team, and we're gonna get into it in this next topic. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they got that that green team in the division, and I'm a little worried about them.
So, Bree, you believe in Rodgers? Is he getting his next? Is he getting his? Gosh, how many MVPs does Rodgers have?
It's for
Yeah, he has 4.
Four. It's
Well,
four. All right.
yes. I
Is Rod?
know, like, during the regular show, I was like, oh, I know that he's going to do really good. I have him going to at least a little bit of the playoffs, so
Okay.
we'll see.
Yes, we're on the same page with that. All right.
We are,
Cool.
for once.
Cool. Yes. Yes. Until this weekend.
Yes, exactly, when I beat you.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that at the end. Fantasy football. That'll be fun.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
What we got next?
All right, guys. After that dominating performance on Sunday, do you guys think the Packers are the new kings of the North?
pull up some numbers real quick about the Green Bay Packers. So, held Detroit to a third down percentage of 33%. Their red
Mm-hmm.
zone scoring was 25%.
Mm-hmm.
They held Sonic and Knuckles to 44 yards on the ground. Their star wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, had 45 yards receiving, 4 sacks, and 9 tackles for loss.
Wow.
Now, they lost both of their coordinators, one of the best centers in the league, and another offensive lineman during the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be expected for them to come out a little flat. However, the way that Michael Parsons, every single time, it felt like the scene in Gladiator. Every single time he touched the field, with how the crowd would just swell, and I was
Yeah.
just looking at that. I was like, "Oh, this is scary. This is actually terrifying." Because Rashawn Gary having a great game as well. Luke Van Ness having a good game. Like, it's like the defense was just juiced every single time they stepped on the field because they knew Michael was there. And
Yeah.
then Jordan Love having a very efficient game, getting the ball out to all of his different receivers. Like, if the defense just continues to show up like this, Jordan Love really just has to make sure he just doesn't have the stupid turnovers he always has, and they're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And they might get to a 2 seed in this conference, and that's very scary because the way that defense played, I was just like, okay, this
Yeah.
is different.
It was.
And again, with how the Lions looked, I mean, I really think that Ben Johnson might just have he should have stayed. Like, that might be my early thing to say, but it's like
Mhm.
the way Jared Goff does not look the same. He did not look like the guy who was like in MVP conversations last year because of how well he performed. It was even like how he performed during the NFC Championship run. Like, that didn't look like the same Jared Goff. They didn't even look like the same offense.
Yeah.
And it was because their offensive line had so many issues, and it was just bad all around. And I really
Mhm.
think that Detroit, y'all had a great run, and I've seen the rest of this division. You have a young, unproven quarterback, and the Bears literally looking like the same old Bears. I do think that's the Packers division to lose. And
Yeah.
after me saying that the Bears are like my sleeper team, I get it. I didn't say they would win the division. I said they were a sleeper team. So I'll say on that. I never said the Bears are going to win that division. So I'm
Mhm.
standing on that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, the way the Packers looked, I'm very worried. And even
Yeah.
so, seeing how that Eagles offense looked initially with
Mhm.
that new offensive coordinator, sky's the limit for the Packers is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If they get a 1 seed, I wouldn't be surprised. I'll just say that if they
Yeah.
manage to mess around and get the 1 seed, I wouldn't be surprised because now San Francisco's injured as well.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
ah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It's somebody I won't mention any names said that the Lions were going to take a step back this year.
Mm.
And pretty much called that. Although it's early, yes, yeah, we can say that. It's week 1, it's overreaction week for sure. But yeah, the Packers look for real. They're going to be a force. They could be the number 1 seed. Think at the worst they're the number 3 seed. Most likely 1 or 2. I think your top 3 are the Packers, the Rams, and the Eagles. I think are the top 3 in my book in the NFC. I still have the Rams going to the Super Bowl, But yeah, I think it'll be come down between those teams. Most likely injuries will settle it as it always does. But yeah, I think those are my top three right now based on what I'm seeing.
And even so, and I wanted to talk about the Thursday night performance real quick from the Eagles.
Hmm.
Like that way that offense looked concerns me so much. Like it has nothing to do with like, and even still, like Dak had some great throws and CD just dropped him. So I'm not gonna get to
Hmm.
the Cowboys at all. We're just
Hmm.
focusing on the Eagles.
Right.
Like that offense just didn't look right. Like they didn't look like they were comfortable. First off, AJ Brown only having one catch for the
Yeah.
year. That's ridiculous. That's like top five talent in the sport not getting the ball like that.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith having however many catches he had, like
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. Saquon only having 60 yards after being fresh off of a 2,000-yard season. Like you still have the same offensive line. It's not like any of that has changed. You,
Right.
it's just the offensive coordinator changed. So
Yeah.
Kevin Patullo, he has got to figure out how to make that coalesce because Dallas was in that game the entire like that after the rain delay. Like they were
Hmm.
in that game. Washington's defense looked really good versus the Giants, and James
Hmm.
Daniels still looked solid. So
Hmm.
now it's like, hey, there's still some bump in this conference. It's not going to be like an easy cakewalk.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
y'all got to figure out that your offensive coordinator situation. You got to do something like be
Hmm.
in the drawing board seriously during this week because that was a horrible performance by their offense. And Jalen Hurts did what he had to do to win the game. So I'm not saying that Jalen didn't rise to the occasion, but
Hmm.
the Eagles cannot win with him being Superman. That's not like literally only worked in the Super Bowl. That's like
Yeah. So
that. It only worked in the first Super Bowl. That's the only time that works.
yeah, the Eagles are so full of themselves and will not sniff the Super Bowl, in my opinion, because they are totally drunk the Kool-Aid. I mean, come on, not coming out and celebrating the championship. Really, you're that locked in. You are not the Patriots. You are not the Chiefs. It is not that serious. No, you need to be out there basking in the glory and enjoying every second you can because you are not like that. And I totally hate the vibe that the Eagles are on, acting like they are 20 times Super Bowl champions right now.
and my thing is like I understand like the loss motivates Jalen Hurts. The Chiefs lost, it broke him, but y'all beat them. Celebrate it. Revel in the moment. Like the Chiefs are a testament that Super Bowls don't come often, and they've won 3 of them, lost 2 of them. Mind you, they've been in 5 out of the last 6. Y'all been in 2 in 10 years. Like there's a difference, and they are still out there celebrating every win. There's a whole documentary literally cataloging how they viewed that whole
Mhm.
Super Bowl that whole dynasty run.
Exactly.
So they're literally taking moments to revel and celebrate this because they know this opportunity does not come often. And y'all are sitting
Exactly.
there and acting like, "Hey, we won this one. We're good." It's like
No.
y'all are good. Y'all can move on to the next season. I get it. It's 0-0 mindset. It's very cool, but it
Yeah.
comes off as corny at this point.
Yeah,
It
very,
just comes off
very.
as very, very
Yeah.
corny. Y'all
Yes.
are a good team. Y'all
Yes.
should be a dynasty. But initially starting off with the corny vibes, that's not it. Because the
Mhm.
Chiefs, we can say a lot about how we feel about Taylor Swift stuff and all that. The Chiefs, every single time they in the Super Bowl, it's gonna be exciting. It's never gonna feel corny. I never got
Mhm.
like, oh, they're gonna be weird about the Super Bowl championship. That was never a thing with the Chiefs. So
Yeah.
that's the one thing that kind of made me look at the Eagles sideways, where I was like, guys, like this is
Yeah. Yeah. We
like,
don't we don't need any more, you know, Patriot stuff coming in and messing up the Super Bowl and celebrations and whatnot. The New England Patriots already ruined it to where we don't get the starting lineup intros for the
mhm,
Super Bowl anymore because one year they decided they want to be corny and all run out as a team. So now
mhm.
we don't even get the intros anymore. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta copy that. So
Well,
it's like, all right,
let's
so
not.
now
Let's just keep it. Let's just acknowledge the championship, acknowledge the great
uh,
moment that it was for your team, and focus on the season. And again, fix the offense because yeah, that and then again, you play the
yeah,
Chiefs this week, so y'all are gonna need.
yeah,
Listen, Listen, Patrick Mahomes is down to like one receiver, no Travis Kelce, and he's still putting some fear in some folks. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, could not agree more. Could not agree more. Go into our Chiefs here because man, we're talking about the Chiefs and how they were the model of Super Bowls and model of winning. So yeah, we're gonna get into that next because I believe somebody has them winning the Super Bowl this year.
I wonder who that is. Yeah, I mean, do you guys think that the Kansas City, do you think they're in trouble this year?
well, seeing how competitive that division is, this is week 1. Now, the way that Justin Herbert played, I got shut up real quick. Now, again, this is the regular season. He's a hypothetical man. I get it, but there were some throws he was making down there in Sao Paulo. Hey, I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged by what I saw. Their defense came in, made a bunch of plays to when it came to playing Kansas City in the red zone as well. It's just, I mean, Kansas City couldn't get a third down in that first half, and wasn't until the end of the game where they really like came into their own. And then on top of that, now only having Hollywood Brown and Travis Kelce as your main receiving options, Patrick Mahomes having to be the leading rusher, this game, like, that's not a recipe for success. And their defense, I mean, I don't know what happened to their secondary because Quentin Johnston, who is Mr. Butterfingers, all of a sudden gets 2 touchdowns. Like, what's going on? Yeah. That's a little bit concerning. So I think that I'm a little bit worried about the Chiefs with how well their division did play this week because the Raiders did win. Now, albeit it was versus the Patriots, and the Broncos did win, albeit it was Tennessee. But I do think that it has to be a moment where Kansas City is like, look, we have to rally on offense because our defense doesn't look the same. Like even since the Super Bowl, the secondary just doesn't look as dominant as they've been. So that's what really concerns me about them going forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would, if I hadn't picked the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl this year, I might be a little concerned.
Okay.
But I'm not concerned at all. I'm not concerned at all. They lost the Super Bowl, got blown out and whatnot, but I like what I see. I like what I saw from Mahomes. Okay. Mahomes, he halfway through that game was like, look, y'all, come on. We gotta get it going. Like, I love the way he was moving about. And he was trying to kind of rally his troops. They're hurt right now. I mean, not having Worthy hurts, not having, Rashee Rice, that hurts. So, they're banged up. They just have to get through these the first quarter of the season. Steal a game or two. They go. I think they got the rematch against Philly this week, right? Yeah, so now they're at home, so that helps. So if they can get some home cooking, they can get that game. That can be a big boost. But yeah, I think the Chiefs are gonna be all right. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. We got a lot of things in store here. Swift is gonna be the Super Bowl halftime performer. Kelce and Swift to get married. They have to be in the Super Bowl this year. So we will right the ship and we will be in the Super Bowl. Yeah, and we will win the Super Bowl.
You're saying we with the Buffalo Bills hat on.
Yeah.
Everybody note that. You're saying we with the arch nemesis hat on. You know where his allegiances lie. Anyway.
I am the ultimate pick'em pro. 4 years of doing this, I have no shame. No shame. I don't care. I'll wear whatever hat. I'll say weed or whatever. First year or so, I'd be so nervous about stuff. Now I'm like, hey, I could care less. Watch, click, subscribe, like, and share.
You're saying. But yeah, I think that overall the Chiefs, they have this first part of the season with the suspension, and we don't know how long Worthy's going to be out. That just Hollywood Brown and Travis Kelce at this point, we're just gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see it to believe it. Hopefully, Spags can get that defense turned around, but I don't know. I'm not fully sold. And again, I do hope now if this is the year where the Chargers miraculously look like how everybody touts the Chargers to be, that would be cool. But I don't
Yeah.
expect it. I think it was just like the moment of like, hey,
Mhm.
they just had a really good game. This is a neutral site. They could. It's whatever. I think that I am concerned about the Chiefs, but I don't have faith that the Chargers are gonna be like the one to like really usurp them in the division.
Yeah, I agree. They're gonna at some point when the money's on the table, they
Yeah, they're gonna.
will disappoint.
My concern is like the Chiefs like towards like the postseason with like a Bills or a Ravens at this point. Like that's my concern. It's not
Mhm,
necessarily with them like winning the division
mhm,
because again,
mhm.
a lot of young inexperienced teams, but it's definitely like with that Buffalo Bills team with how like hype Josh Allen comes into the season, which
Yeah.
hmm,
But that division though, man,
yeah,
now that division looks crazy because I mean, shoot, the Raiders look good.
yeah. Shout out to
You
Gino.
know, yeah, the Raiders, man, Denver,
Broncos.
yeah. I mean, and now the Chargers playing ball, so yeah, that division looks crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, are we gonna have all four of them in?
I mean, shoot, it's possible. It's
It is
definitely
possible
possible.
now that there's 17. So okay, if all four made it,
Yeah, it's
then
just it's all like a tiebreaker thing. Like
mhm,
that's all it has to be, and they have to make sure that like with the division records, you know, like the division tiebreakers, it might be three in at best, but it also like so it would be like So the main ones we know are making it are Baltimore. It would be Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and then it would be just the Bills, and then everybody else in the AFC West. Like that would just be
mhm.
like how it would sort out. So
Yeah,
that would
whoever's
be very possible, but
it's
I would
possible.
say the Raiders, it would be like a 9-8, 10-7 situation. I'm not expecting the Raiders to be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
the Steelers are the team that would break it up
yes,
because the Browns aren't going to make it.
yeah,
Bengals now, the Bengals, we think they'll make it, but they were looking shaky.
yes. So
So
that's why I'm like, yeah,
yeah, it's gonna
well,
be
it's gonna be,
somebody's not making it.
yeah.
So
That's the
we're gonna
AFC.
see.
It's definitely
Some
loaded. I did say that the AFC, the conferences are going to switch with like what's for the front runners and who's like. And this year apparently it's switched. The AFC looks really good. The
sure.
NFC, I mean, only has a couple stalwarts. I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah, Derek #1. All right, man. All right.
Oh yeah, man.
Cool.
I don't know who made these slides today.
I have no
But
idea.
hey,
Yeah,
Whoa,
whoever
whoa! I just realized that. That's a
whoever
lie.
yeah.
who
Because mind you, y'all gave me a week off. Y'all gave me a week to prepare. Coming, coming. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
And
going
what's
down
new?
this week, so
Yeah.
because Pick'em Pro's Princess took down the defending champion.
he
You're
did.
next.
And he texted me by the way. So yeah, he was hurt by that. David was hurt by that. So he does have a Thompson trophy on
Mhm,
his mantle right now, but he was hoping to stack two of them and definitely took that loss. And see with our league, by it being a 13 team league, you don't see the team again unless it's the playoffs. So
mhm.
it's a one and done situation as far as playing teams. So it's very unlikely to
Yep.
get revenge on anybody. But yeah, that was a big win. You made a big statement
Yes, I did.
coming into this league. So you made a big statement. Chris, was on bye, so it's remains to be seen. But you're playing a hungry Mike because Mike is 0-1 because I beat him down. So left him for you to play against. But
Thanks for that. Now I got to deal with a vindictive fight. Like
yeah,
that was great,
yeah, play
great,
with that.
great setup,
Yeah.
great setup, y'all.
But
But
so just to say why I'm kind of number one. So I'm in 4 fantasy leagues, right? 4 fantasy leagues. So the biggest money league that I'm in, the pot's like $1,200. You gotta you pay it's like 260 or something like that to get in it. Right. So it's grown over the years and whatnot. So that one, 10-team league. I got the most points first, most points in that league. I'm in a Yahoo league, 10-team league. I got the most points in that league, first overall. I'm in
did you
2
lose?
ESPN leagues. One that Mike heads up. I got the most points in that league, first there. And in this league, it's a 13-team league, right? Tie for first. I'm technically third overall in points, but I've got more than both of y'all. So that's why I'm number one here.
I was off for a week.
Yeah, that's not
What
his
did you
fault.
do it?
Doesn't matter.
I'm not
Doesn't
there.
matter. You can only
I
play the
couldn't even
schedule.
play.
You can't, you can only.
Well, it's fine because after this week you're going down, so it's fine.
Please beat him. So,
No, I'm doing my best. Don't you worry. I will
please do.
beat him.
So yeah, in my other two leagues, well, so I'm in my friend's family league. Lost that one because Xavier Worthy got injured.
Okay.
Let's see. The other two, one kind of handily, not handily. I had to walk somebody down with James Cook and Zay Flowers. So shout out to them.
Okay.
Great performances because your guys in Detroit that let me down, Bree. David Montgomery and Amon Ra. Yeah, I'm sorry. They let me down.
Okay, he let me down too, so it's fine.
Yeah. They let you down in real life. They let me down in fantasy. So
No, they let me down in both. I have Amon Ra in fantasy too.
I had Amon Ra. I got Amon Ra in one of my leagues, and
Yeah.
I won.
I think I only got I won two, but just saying.
Yeah. It was a good week of fantasy for me, man. I'm not gonna lie. I went 2-1. You know, I'm just trying to go 3-1 every week. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm in 4 leagues, I just need. If I lose one, at least give me 3-1. Give me a 2-2. I'll be fine. Never 0-4 though. Let's never go 0-4.
Yeah, I'm 2-2 right now.
Yeah. All right. Good. Any moves y'all are making? Well, you probably can't make any yet. You just claim people. So yeah, you can't really say yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strictly waiver wire Wednesday moves.
Man, in the big money league that I'm in, it's the bottom 5 people can get free agents as soon as the Monday night game ends. So like the second that game ends, they can get free agents. But then the top 5 people have to wait until the next day. So I'm eligible at like midnight tonight to go and make moves, but all the main people are going to be gone because the bottom 5 people go and scoop them up. So that's the only disadvantage to starting off 1-0. Then you really see like those hidden running backs and receivers and all those people, and then you had no chance of getting them.
Yeah, my thing is the thing with my team. Well, my team is it's not that I don't have depth. Like I have actually really good depth. It's just there was an injury that just ruined me because I literally had Keenan Allen on my bench. What with Xavier Worthy there? And I was like, wow, that hurt. That would hurt. That would definitely hurt. And then no, I had the Washington running back Krosky Merritt. I had him on the bench, and then I started David Montgomery. So could have won. Could have easily won. I could have easily been 3-0 if I just made those two different decisions. I was pondering, and I didn't. So that was a rough one. That was a rough one.
That's a tough one. All right. Cool.
All right, guys. Before we end this here, are there any teams that you want to talk about for week 2?
All right. With Commanders Packers, this is a short week. I'm picking the Packers to win. Just continuing that momentum. It's going to be a very close game, but it is in Green Bay, so I'm a little bit worried. So I do have the Green Bay Packers winning that. What about you, Derek? What team are you looking at?
And I should go Packers. I probably will. I'm gonna make my official pick. I still have another day or so here, but only thing it's prime time, and we know how Jaden Daniels is. So he's gonna be smiling, making some big plays, and the hype train is just gonna get higher and higher. So I could see something fluky happening with that game. So that's tough. Man, you know what? I've got nothing to lose because I'm up a little bit. I think I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go with the Commanders.
I knew it.
Go with the Commanders. Yep, we'll do that. Then we got the Super Bowl rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles Chiefs now. Even though we mentioned this episode being concerned with both offenses, someone's going to have to break. But unfortunately, Kansas City is at home, and the Eagles might be without their best defensive player because of the incident on Thursday. So with that, I'm going with the Chiefs, which
No, he's playing. They said it was time served since
oh
he got kicked out before the game started. They said he has a 1-game suspension, but he's already served it since he didn't play.
Mhm.
oh okay, cool, cool,
Yeah,
cool. Well,
and
yeah,
but
that's
your
still
boy
good.
Nick Wright made a great point. He was like, now if that was Chris Jones,
Yeah,
right, and that happened, he said people would be losing their mind.
I agree. I think, but yeah, I think for me personally, I think the Chiefs are still going to win. It's an Arrowhead. They're going to want revenge for this game. And again, that Eagles offense, I'm still concerned on like how potent that is, and even in the loss that Kansas City had, Mahomes was still there was some throws that he was making that looked like old Mahomes, where I was like, which is crazy considering like calling anything like
Mhm.
vintage Mahomes at this point because he's only played for like 8 years. But it's
Yeah.
like there were moments like that fourth down throw that he had, and then there was another that was just
Mhm.
it was the like just sidearm when he was like in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's why I'm picking the Chiefs. It's just Mahomes is gonna do something magical.
Mhm.
It feels like everybody's injured to this point. He's gonna have to have a superhuman act, and that's
So
just gonna beat the Eagles this week. So
he's gonna find a way. Well, let's close the show out with
Mhm.
Bree's pick on the Super Bowl rematch. Right?
I think I'm gonna pick the Eagles on that one.
All right.
yeah,
I'm excited to watch it in general, though, so I'm like, ooh, what could happen? I don't know, but we'll find out.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool, cool. Well, hey, man. Episode 2, pain
Episode 2.
points. All right, all right. Good topics, good topics. Fun talking to y'all. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of messages going back and forth on this football weekend.
hmm
For sure.
All
I'm
right.
excited. All right. See y'all
Cool.
later. Pick 'em
All right.
bros.
See y'all next time.
Oh.
Picking pros. We're out.